does any of your like speaking ability come from your love from wrestling and cutting promos back in the day?
So what's
Do you
really
ever like get in touch with your wrestling side and like, I'm gonna cut a promo? Is that like part of it?
not only is it a part of it,
Yeah.
I actually think it's I think basically Gary V, the communicator, is a mix between Randy the Macho Man Savage promo and Chris Rock and Eddie Murphy. And I mean, the amount of Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, Chris Rock I listen to in combination to wrestling promo. Yeah, I mean, like sometimes it's actually too ridiculous. Like I cut a video 6 or 7 years ago for a conference I was keynoting, and they're like, hey, like my team came in, they're like, Gary, would you, they're just, the ticket sales aren't going that strong. Would you do a quick video to tell everybody about this social media conference? And literally, this is what came out of my mouth. I'm like, hey guys, it's Gary V, Civic Center, March 19th. Like, I was like, and then I stopped. I'm like, oh my God, this is literally a fucking wrestling.
I've heard something like that. I'm like, this sounds like a wrestling promo to me.
It's funny. A couple of wrestlers have hit me up on DM who are fans and are like, dude, you cut promos. And I'm like, I do. I know. It took me, I didn't know it for 5 or 6 years of the Gary V shit. But then when somebody pointed it out and I really started getting into my feelings on it, I'm like, yeah, I think quite a bit. I think a lot of my content now is clips from my day-to-day life. So it's a little bit less, but my rants, which were a big part of my 2014 to 16 content. And I just did one the other day. I feel that they're like flat out WrestleMania promo videos.
Yeah, because that's what I felt like too. I'd watch him like, I know he's meaning what he says, but I know this is influence from wrestling. I can tell.
100%. It's subconscious, right?
Yeah, like he has that promo skill. Do you have a favorite promo? Like I know Macho Man's one of your favorites of all time. I mean, so it's easy to be cup of coffee in the big time or something. But
yeah, I mean, I think my favorite is when he's outside by the pool.
Oh, Mean Gene and Elizabeth.
That's right. And he goes, that Mean Gene, there's a plane going by and I'm not on it. Like, and I'm like, I don't know what the cup rises to the top is all time, but for some reason there's a plane going by and I'm not on it. I don't know what it was but I'll tell you what my favorite was.
Okay.
My favorite was the macro concept of getting us into a frenzy before somebody was actually in the federation.
Yeah.
By the time Mr. Perfect and Razor Ramon were actually in the ring, I was completely out of control into both of them.
Yeah, those vignettes are perfect.
And I think that was the brilliance of Vince McMahon and the WWF/E. Like, to me, they just did such a great job in storytelling that you were just salivating to watch one of these guys beat the shit out of Iron Mike Sharp or K9 or Barry Horowitz. Back then wrestlers beat up nobodies on Saturday morning. It wasn't all these big matches.
Yeah, to build a star.
Correct.
Yeah.
So they did the boxing thing, right? They took a bunch of easy fights. And I mean, that's Corporal Kirshner. Like even guys that most people don't know as well, like the hype was just so fun. But what really stood out was Razor and Perfect, because they really had those guys in a frenzy before they even came in Saturday morning and beat somebody up.
They were so creative and so good. Like the one where Razor pushes the guy into the fountain. He's like, don't have luck like him.
And Perfect just doing the bowling and the golf.
Yeah. And it's crazy because obviously as you get older, you realize it being like that whole football thing, throwing it across the field and him running and catching. It's cut in certain scenes. But as a kid, you're like, whoa, he actually did that. That's crazy.
Oh, as a kid, you're like, King Kong Bundy broke Hogan's ribs and you're like so upset. And like, as a kid, it's just fucking awful.
I think that's a big